What's up, minions? In this video I am going to show you how I use websites to attract high-paying freelance clients. If that's something you're interested in, stick around. Hey minions, if you're new to the channel and you like what I have to say, then be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss a video. Only do this if you like what I have to say and if you want to hear more about freelancing, entrepreneurship, and personal world domination. For those who don't know me, I'm Lex DeVille, and on this channel we help you escape corporate prison and build a freelance empire. We share lots of freelance tips and tutorials, so if you're new, consider subscribing. In our most recent video, we shared some Upwork bio tips. There's some good stuff in there. You should go check it out. That'll be in a link up here. We also have some other really cool big things going on. So if you're in our Discord chat, it's free chat down below. You can see that in the description. I've just upgraded it with some new features and some special things. So there's more to do in there now. Come in there. We're almost at 600 members solving freelance problems every single day. And I'm in there solving problems and other people help out as well. So it's like it's a community of people. Go down, check it out. It's free. Every freelancer should be in there. Freelance University is also down in the description if you're looking to solve freelance problems in other ways, or if you're looking for my courses. Some people keep asking about Udemy courses. We don't have the Udemy courses anymore. We only have the Freelance University down in the description. This video is about how I use websites to attract high-paying freelance clients. They're simple, they're one page, and they're all done in WordPress, so it's basically you can drag and drop stuff. I'm not going to show you how I set that up. This isn't a WordPress video, but we'll look at what I do on the page. You can see how everything's structured. You can even go over to the website if you want to. It's totally cool. But you can get a feel for that and see what I'm saying, where I'm saying it, how I'm saying it, how I brought the design together, and how that attracts high-paying clients to me from around the internet or through certain platforms, if you know what I mean. You will want to watch that video. By the way, happy Halloween. For those who celebrate Halloween, it is Halloween. Let's get started. So in this video, I just wanted to show you how I use a very simple website to attract high-paying clients and what that looks like. And if you are on any of the platforms, or even if you're just trying to freelance outside of the platforms, maybe by cold outreach or whatever, maybe through LinkedIn, however you're doing that, having a simple one-page website that looks good enough, is going to be a game changer for you. Because when clients go through platforms, or even whenever they look at your whenever they look at your like cold emails or messages on LinkedIn, they're trying to find out more information about you. They're trying to see examples of your work, and you may not have that many examples, but one place where you can share a sample of your work, especially for designers and copywriters, is your own website. So what I do is, first of all, I set up a simple WordPress site. This is all built on WordPress. And within that WordPress site, I am limiting it to one page. And you can see here that this page is called the Devil's Pin. That is my branding, so that's how I brand myself, the Devil's Pin. Never deal with the devil, executive, direct response, and brand copywriting. I call them out immediately. I let them know that's exactly what this is. This is for high-level direct response and brand copywriting. And then I give them a call to action so that they can book a call to talk with me. So it says prayer time is over, let's get to work. They know that if they click this, they're going to be taking whatever that next step is. So as this is a one-page website, I've set up a simple menu up here at the top where you can learn all of the things. You can click any of these, like the About section. It'll take you straight down the page to my About section. It doesn't take you to a separate page. It just takes you down to my About section. And that's true of any of these. It'll take you to those relevant sections. So going down the page, what I do is, first I just start off with a simple headline, a sub-headline, and then 3 boxes that tell the client, like, these are the things that I do. I just say, here's thing 1, here's a paragraph about it, thing 2, another paragraph. I always add an icon up here usually, and the icons, if you're using, I use Thrive themes, you can use whatever WordPress theme you want, but I like Thrive themes, and I like their Thrive Apprentice page builder. It works really well. I will leave a link to that in the description if you want to check that out. because it is an extremely powerful tool for marketers. Thrive Themes is very, very powerful for marketers. But I put these 3 boxes here. I give them a call to action. Now, these 2 calls to action go to my booking page. This call to action just goes to a different page where they can see a little bit more of product description sample. So if you click this, I do have one other page here. It's because I wanted to separate this stuff out. I wanted to separate out my product sample copy, just give them something a little bit different to kind of showcase that I understand these different styles. I don't know why it's taking a minute to load, but you can do that. You can put like case studies on a page if you want, or if you want to link to a portfolio or something, you could do that. Notice how I had some animation whenever we came back to this page. So I have animations all throughout this page. They're very simple to set up in Thrive, and you can set those up differently if you're using a theme like Divi or Elementor or X Pro, whatever they call their theme now, I forget. Doesn't really matter. Going down the page, I've got, after my 3 boxes, I always put something like a simple about section. I have a smiling picture of me. I have some credibility logos from places that I've been featured. You may not have these, but if you don't have these, you could always replace these with something like clients you've worked for, client logos. And then I just tell a little bit about me. This is a place to drop some credibility. So I'm adding things like the fact that I've worked for companies that got deals on Shark Tank. I'm adding a little bit about my relevant degrees. I'm talking about how I'm a direct response copywriter. That's what I do. And my degrees in psychology, and then I talk about places I've been featured and the kind of clients I work with, A-list and B-list celebrities, stuff like that. I'm just giving them a little, just enough, just a tidbit about me, just enough to make the decision to go forward and contact me. Going down, you can see that I use these interesting separators. These are all really simple to set up in Thrive. They're decorations that are like, they just split sections on your page, and they give you a whole bunch of unique ways to just tie your website together that looks like you're a professional designer. I'm not a professional designer, but I do add those little elements to my page. So here I'm just telling a little bit about my services. I go in and I say these are some things that I do, and I actually don't even do all of these things. Like, I'm not writing obituaries. That's not a regular thing for me. But I put it up there in case somebody comes across this page and they quickly skim through this. They see, oh, okay, he does these things too. He does obituaries. Well, that's something I needed. Maybe I can get him to help with that, or product descriptions. But I start by listing the things up here that I do most often and putting those on the top line. Down here, I put other things that they might be searching for. NLP, direct response copywriting, hypnotic copywriting. Those are things that my specific clients might be searching for, so that can help them call them out and say, hey, I do these things too. Down here, I just talk about some of the kinds of people that I work with, and this is me calling out the exact target audience that I want to work with. So A-list and B-list celebrities, that's who I work with most frequently, and that's who I want to attract to me most readily. So that's what I put at the top. And then high net worth coaches, consultants, and course makers, again, that's who I want to attract first. And then I just go down and put more and more things. Actually, I should move this up because I like working with agencies a lot lately. Down here, the next section is bringing in my process. So this is telling them a little bit about how I work. Now that they know that I do the things that they need, now I want to tell them, here's how I work with my clients. And so I just give them a little bit of my process. It comes in with simple steps. Step 1, we talk. Step 2, we do some onboarding. You sign your agreements. Step 3, I learn a little bit about your market. And step 4, I write for you. And step 5, you make money. That's how that goes. Now we get down here, they want to know how much. Now I don't tell them my full rates, I just give them an idea of my rates. So for one-off or small projects where I'm only doing a few pages, the rate's going to be $200 per page up to 500 words. And what I like about this is that this is an opportunity for me to say, you can expect to pay a minimum of this amount. And then I give benefits for if somebody were to hire me for something more ongoing. So it says, if it's going to be, if you need copywriting across months or years, then we can discuss my retainer fee for a sizable discount. And I get to decide what is sizable. They don't get to decide that. So maybe I think a 5% discount or a 10% discount is sizable. That's fine. I can do whatever I want. And mostly what I'm doing though is if a client comes here and they want to do something ongoing with me, well, I'm going to get on a call with them anyway. No matter what the client is, I'm going to get on a call with them. So once we're on that call and I learn about their business and how big it is and how much that like what kind of sales we're going to generate, what kind of sales are already generating, all the different information about their business, then I can decide how big my retainer should be. Should that retainer be $3,000 a month? Should it be $15,000 a month? It makes a difference depending on the size of the business. So, and also the scope of the work, things like that. Down here, after I put how much, and I may test changing this, but right now I have 3 testimonials that are good testimonials right under my pricing. Another way to test this in a way that people normally do it is to take the pricing and move it down here under the testimonials. So you get good testimonials first, and then you talk about pricing. But I didn't want to do that. I just didn't like the layout, so I set it up like this. You can see in this block, you can see the pricing and you can see the testimonials, so it all kind of links together. And then the last piece of the page is just a final call to action. So ready to start, click the button to take over the world now. It's just something fun, and we give them a little bit of branded imagery in the back, and then they can click that. And a couple things I want to note about branding. So branding is really important with these. You don't want to have a scattered website. So let's talk about how I've branded this website. First of all, I called it the Devil's Pen. I gave it a name. This is not LexDeVilleCopywriting.com. Every freaking copywriter on the planet does their name and then copywriting.com, or they just do their name, and it puts all the focus on me. I don't want to do that. I want to be you focused, so I went with the Devil's Pen. What does that do? It says I'm working for you. It says you are hiring somebody who is going to empower you, who you're tapping into the power of the devil. You know, that's the idea behind it. Like, you're getting the most persuasive, most powerful copy on the planet. You could call yourself something else. I recommend whenever you are naming your website that you go with something that is either showing some kind of benefit to the client, just like the Devil's Pen does, or you are going with something that is industry targeted. So what I've done in the past, a good example of this would be lifecoachcopywriter.com. That's no longer my domain, but in the past I owned that domain. And this is how I do it sometimes. I will buy the industry domain. So like, if I wanted to be a financial copywriter, I might say financialcopywriter.com if that's available, or realestatecopywriter.com. So that's a really simple way to call yourself out as an authority and to brand yourself and position yourself as an authority in a very specific space. And then you can, again, down here, show clients that you do other things too. You're not just a financial copywriter, you work with these other industries too. But just showing them that you work in a very specific space allows you to get super targeted with your messaging, and that's going to help you display your authority and show clients that you're someone worth working with. And you could do this in any other skill. You could do it in web design if you wanted to be a manufacturing web designer, or bluecollarwebdesign.com, or whitecollarwebdesign.com. You could do it with something like sign design, web design. I don't know, that was a tongue twister, but you get the picture. You could be SpanishTranslator.com, and that is just a simple way to call yourself the authority in that space. But you could also do things like the Devil's Pen. I've also used something like MindControlCopywriter.com. That's another one on my website, so that is a different kind of way of showing the benefits. I'm saying that I mind control people, or at least that's the idea behind it. Other things about branding, notice I have very consistent colors here. I've got my logo, which is white and red, but my colors are actually black, white, and red, or at least they're colored close to black. So you can see I use only those 3 colors everywhere on the page. And scrolling down, there's red, 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 black, 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 and white. And there's a little bit of gray, but it's still a variation of white. Down here in my imagery is branded as well. I'm using a dark red color in my background. I've got white, I've got black, and those are the main colors. And it's really pulling things together as far as the idea of the brand goes. The colors just remain really consistent. We also have certain imagery. So the kind of clients I want to attract are the kind of clients who often see themselves as powerful people who smoke cigars, who drink whiskey, the madmen type, the Don Drapers of the world. That's partially who I want to attract. Those people who see themselves as high-level entrepreneurs and just like the idea of status, image, and power. And that is what I'm doing up here. This picture is also to attract agencies. So direct response agencies they like images like this that are showing professionalism. They're showing that savvy Don Draper-esqueness about it. That's also why I use the color red instead of other colors like blue, which might be more calming and comforting for clients. For my clients, direct response clients, and branding clients too, these colors work really well because the direct response clients, they're always using the color red for action, getting people to take action. And the branding for me, this shows that I know branding because the devil, his color is red. So we go with red and we use warm colors, and I've got a warm color scheme all across this website. Let's see, what else can I tell you about this? So whenever you click my buttons, it doesn't go straight to my booking page. I used to have that, but I found that I was having problems with people booking calls who weren't serious sometimes or who just didn't have the budget to work with me. So a way that I'm now filtering that out is instead of going straight to my booking page, I go to a Thrivecart page. Now, Thrivecart is not the same as Thrive Themes. These are two separate things. I'll link to Thrivecart down below too. It's a one-time lifetime fee. It's like $500, which is kind of expensive for a lot of people. There's other free cart platforms out there that you could use like WooCommerce to solve this, but I love Thrivecart. I use them for everything, and it just looks really great. It's another marketing checkout platform. So I send them to this. They pay their consultation fee. I make $100 up front. This gets them to show up for their call on time because they paid $100 for it, and it ensures that they become my customer right from the start. Once somebody becomes your customer, it's much easier to get them to pay much higher rates. So you have a $100 consultation fee. They have to fill that out before they can even book a call with me, and I make money up front. That's where those go. So you could just go to a Calendly page. I'll leave a link to that below. And Calendly is free. It has upgrade options. I use Calendly, so once they pay for a consultation, it redirects over to Calendly, and it lets them schedule that call. Now, from Calendly, you also need to remember to either get their phone number or to have a link to Zoom sent to your client so that they can join the Zoom call on the date of your call. Just be thinking about that. What the heck is this? Okay. Anything else that we need to talk about? We've got the automation. We've got the elements flying in, all of these things. Social proof. You want to use your strongest social proof. I don't know your strongest, but like when I say strongest, I mean like things that are going to be most recognizable. So if you've got clients who have been featured on Shark Tank, that would be something good. If you have GMA celebrities, if you're targeting celebrities, it's good to get a testimonial from a celebrity and put that down here. So that's something to think about. You'll want to test your page on mobile. You don't need anything super comprehensive though. As you look through this page, it's a basic example of my abilities with design, branding, and copywriting. So the words that are here trickled into these little boxes, this tells you everything that you need to know about me. I don't even link to my portfolio here. If somebody wants to see my portfolio, they can ask me about that on a call, or they can message me. But through my website, they're not going to be messaging me because there is no way to message me. They can only book a call, and to do that, they have to pay my fee. All right, so beyond this, the benefit of having a one-page website like this is it's really fast for you to set up. You can set these up in different niches if you want to. So if you were to host multiple websites, which I do that through SiteGround, and you can go to siteground.com. I'll try to remember to link that below. And at SiteGround, you can purchase web hosting, you can purchase domain names. So I will buy multiple domain names, like I own thedevilspen.com, I own mindcontrolcopywriter.com, I own probably 50 to 100 domains right now. But you don't need a website on all of them. You just want the ones that are going to target the niche, or target the space that you want to present yourself as. And so you can buy, like I bought thedevilspen.com. I link to that from places like my Upwork profile so that people can see my website, they can see my copywriting, they could even potentially contact me through my website, and I would never know where they came from. I don't know if they came from Upwork or not, so that's none of my business, but I link to it in my profile, and I don't put it as a link in my profile. I just do thedevilspen.com, and I send people over here. They can look it up if they want to see my work. It's very simple to set these up, especially with Thrive Themes. You can do it in maybe an hour. It probably took me less than an hour. I'm going to say an hour to get everything set up on this page, to get copy in there, to get the elements and animations set up, and then to get all of my pages linked together, going to my ThriveCart checkout page for the consultation fee and all of that. You can do it in 1 to 2 hours, and it's very simple. Anybody can set one of these pages up. Now, there's other services out there that you don't have to use WordPress. What matters is that you have a one-page website that looks clean, it looks nice, and it tells people how to connect with you, and it gives them a way to do that. And if you do this, you will attract high-paying clients through your website that will want to work with you at much higher prices than they might want to work with people on the platform such as Upwork or People Per Hour or any of those other places. So hopefully that gives you some cool insights for today. It is Halloween, so happy Halloween. I really appreciate you watching this, and I hope that you'll join us in Discord for more insights like this. We are really upgrading our Discord server, and it's becoming an awesome place. It's still a free Discord server. We do have member channels in there for people who want that, but it is a free Discord server where you can come in and solve your freelance problems every single day, and I'm in there every single day helping people. So thank you so much for being here. I'm Lex DeVille. Appreciate you watching. Drop me a comment if you have any comments down below. I'll see you next time.